News at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government trains over 23,000 members of staff in 3 years. Federal government inaugurates committee to standardize fee payment for student loan. On the foreign scene, Israeli strikes in northern Gaza claim about 50 lives. And in sports, coach Aliou Zubairu tips Flying Eagles to defeat South Africa in semi-final of ongoing Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Over 23,000 members of staff in the employ of the Lagos State government have benefited from various training interventions between May 2022 and December 2024. Also within the period, over 185 training programs, including in-plant and in-service training, were organized across multiple cadres, skill levels, and thematic areas relevant to public sector efficiency, leadership development, and regulatory compliance. Commissioner for Establishments and Training, Afolabi Ayotayo, who stated this at the ongoing ministerial press briefing at Alausa, Ikeja, to highlight the achievements of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in the second year of his second term in office, said 8,000 public servants were granted approval to go on study leave in the last 3 years. According to the commissioner, the ministry processed 742 sign-offs, training requests from various ministries, departments, and agencies.
Over the course of the past years, the Ministry of Establishment and Training has strategically focused its operations and interventions around 3 core pillars, that is, human capital development, industrial relations, and establishment matters. These areas form the backbone of a vibrant and responsive public service, and the ministry has pursued targeted initiatives under each pillar to strengthen the performance of the public service.
Ayotayo noted that through the Public Service Staff Development Center, key initiatives were recorded with the establishment of digital audio and visual studio, Toastmasters Club for improved communication and leadership skills for officers seeking to improve career trajectories, and modernization of training infrastructure. Our correspondent Adeola Akindele quotes the commissioner as saying that 5,342 officers participated in the 2025 promotion examinations for eligible civil servants across ministries, departments, and agencies of the state government, and facilitated the participation of 564 officers in 15 professional conferences and seminars. In a major stride towards improving health outcomes, the Lagos State government and Engender Health, a global reproductive health organization, have launched an advocacy project aimed at enhancing primary health care, PHC delivery, and boosting maternal, newborn, child, adolescent health and nutrition, RMNCAH+N, across the state. The project, titled Advocacy Solutions to Improve PHC and RMNCAH Delivery and Health Outcomes, is a collaborative initiative led by Engender Health with funding from the Gates Foundation and the Lagos State Ministry of Health, supported by key health partners. Speaking at the launch, Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Health, Kemi Ogunyemi, described the project as a timely intervention that would consolidate existing gains in healthcare delivery and further support the Themes Plus agenda of the current administration. Ogunyemi noted that while Lagos has made remarkable progress, more needs to be done, adding that the partnership with Engender Health and the Gates Foundation would help identify and strengthen gaps in the system. As part of its civil-military cooperation initiatives, the 302 Artillery Regiment, General Support, and 14 Field Engineer Regiment have carried out a major sanitation exercise across selected communities in the Onitsha South local government area of Anambra State. The cleanup exercise, led by the commander of the regiment, Adamu Muhammad, focused on clearing refuse dumps and on blocking drainage systems to promote a healthier environment and reduce the risk of flooding during the rainy season. The exercise spanned 11 neighborhoods in the Anambra commercial city, Onitsha. Speaking during the flag-off of the exercise, Muhammad emphasized the importance of maintaining a clean environment, particularly during the rainy season. The initiative was warmly received by community members who praised the military's proactive approach to community service. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has announced the creation of a high-level committee to streamline and standardize fee payment processes across the country's tertiary institutions. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa made the announcement in Abuja after a closed-door meeting with vice-chancellors of universities and NEL Fund management. Addressing the media after the meeting, Alausa emphasized that while universities have been receiving funds on time, there is a critical need to improve the timelines and processes involved in the disbursement and notification systems. Alausa stated that a major decision made during the meeting was the formation of a committee with representatives from NELFON, the Ministry of Education, the National Universities Commission, and key university officials. According to him, to ensure transparency, all universities will adopt uniform terminology for student fees and charges, though the amounts may vary by institution. The minister pledged the commitment of the federal government to a holistic and student-centered approach in managing educational funding. The new sector commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Plateau State, Olajide Mogaji, has launched a sensitization campaign against road crashes in the state as part of the Global Road Safety Week. The campaign, which intensified in Jos and themed Streets for Life, Make Walking Safe, Make Cycling Safe, saw the sector commander and other officers distributing flyers to all road users on the streets of Jos, including pedestrians, tricycle riders, and motorcyclists. Mongaji said the sensitization campaign aims to promote a culture of road safety awareness and responsible behavior among road users. He urged the public to be mindful of their actions on the roads and to make use of available facilities like overhead bridges and zebra crossings. Mongaji also emphasized the importance of listening to traffic officers and road safety personnel. The FRSC sector commander assured the public that his team would continue to work towards reducing road crashes to the barest minimum on Plateau State roads. And now to foreign news. At least 50 Palestinians have been killed in a series of Israeli airstrikes in northern Gaza overnight. The Indonesian hospital reported that 22 children and 15 women were among the dead after a number of homes in Jabalia town and refugee camp were hit. The Israeli military said it was looking into the report and had warned residents of Jabalia and neighboring areas to evacuate on Tuesday night after a Palestinian armed group launched rockets into Israel. It came as the UN's Humanitarian Affairs Chief, Tom Fletcher, urged members of the UN Security Council to take action to prevent genocide in Gaza. Speaking at a meeting in New York on Tuesday, Fletcher called on Israel to lift its 10-week blockade on Gaza and criticized the Israeli-US plan to take over the distribution of humanitarian aid in the territory. And now sports. Flying Eagles coach Aliou Zubeiru has assured that his players will be even better when they take on South Africa's Amajita in the first semi-final of the ongoing CAF Under-20 Cup of Nations in the city of Ismaila tomorrow. Zubairu believes his squad will have a great semi-final against the South Africans, saying there will be no anxiety since their team has already earned a FIFA World Cup ticket. He said the players will play with great determination and composure as they aim for the trophy, noting that his team has improved considerably since the first match against Tunisia on the first day of May. In the second semi-final tomorrow, hosts and four-time winners Egypt will take on Morocco in Cairo. And that's all for the news. At 4, use the walkways where available to avoid accidents. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supported 3,673 businesses with 1.156 billion naira and a plethora of interventions including grants, mentorships, business advisory and capacity building, as well as market access opportunities? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Over 23,000 members of staff in the employ of the Lagos State Government have benefited from various training interventions between May 2022 and December 2024. The federal government has announced the creation of a high-level committee to streamline and standardize fee payment processes across the country's tertiary institutions. We also told you that at least 50 Palestinians have been killed in a series of Israeli airstrikes in northern Gaza overnight. And in sports, Flying Eagles coach Aliu Zubairu has assured that his players will be even better when they take on South Africa's Amajita in the first semi-final of the ongoing CAF Under-20 Cup of Nations in the city of Ismaila tomorrow. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafolashiri. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.